From the Hindu Kush to the Rockies, a journey from Kabul to Colorado in community-led transformation, a memoir of resilience, advocacy, and transformation by Humayun Milad. Episode 43. As with this episode, this memoir comes to an end, but life continues, inviting new stories, new courage, and new beginnings. Before diving into the path forward, a call to action from two mountains, it feels right to pause and honor the people, places, and communities that shaped every step of this journey. A memoir may carry one voice, but its heartbeat comes from many. My journey between the Hindu Kush and the Rockies has been guided by countless hands and hearts. Village elders who shared quiet wisdom, women and youth who modeled courage, colleagues across Afghanistan and Colorado who embodied service, refugee communities who trusted me with their stories, mentors who lit the way, and my family whose faith carried me forward. Each person, each landscape, and each shared cup of tea helped weave the threads of this memoir. To all who walked beside me in mountains near and far, your resilience and generosity shaped these pages and continue to inspire the work ahead. The path forward, a call to action from two mountains, standing between the memories of Hindu Kush and the reality of the Rockies. I see how my journey offers crucial lessons for those who carry the torch of community leadership. In Afghanistan, I witnessed how village elders transformed from traditional authority figures into dynamic bridge builders, adapting centuries-old wisdom to meet contemporary challenges. One particular elder in Badakhshan showed me how traditional leadership could evolve without losing its essence. He maintained his role as a respected community figure while championing innovative approaches to women's education and economic development. The investment in new leadership proved critical across Afghanistan's diverse landscape. In the valleys of Herat, we cultivated young leaders who could speak both the language of tradition and innovation. These emerging voices brought fresh perspectives to ancient challenges, showing how community development could honor the past while embracing the future. Now, in Colorado, I see similar transformations as established community leaders mentor new generations, creating a powerful blend of experience and innovation. The sharing of wisdom must be a two-way street. In Afghanistan's district development assemblies, I learned that even the most experienced leaders must remain open to new ideas. This lesson serves me well in Colorado, where successful community initiatives often emerge from the dynamic interplay between traditional knowledge and fresh perspectives. The most effective leaders are those who can both teach and learn, guide and be guided. To those beginning their journey in community development, I offer insights drawn from both success and setback. Before initiating any change in Afghan villages, we spent months understanding local dynamics, how decisions were made, who held influence, what motivated people to action. This deep understanding proved equally vital in Colorado, where community dynamics might be less visible, but no less important. Building relationships across different community segments requires both patience and strategy. In Afghanistan, we learned to create connections between various tribal groups, economic classes, and generational perspectives. These experiences help me navigate Colorado's diverse urban landscape, where building genuine relationships across cultural and socioeconomic boundaries remains essential for effective community development. Learn to see setbacks as stepping stones. In Afghanistan's pomegranate orchards of Kandahar, a failed agricultural initiative taught us more about community dynamics than many successes. Similarly, in Colorado, each challenge in building cross-cultural understanding has offered valuable lessons for future initiatives. Success often grows from the soil of previous disappointments, provided we remain willing to learn and adapt. The journey between mountains has taught me that institutional support must align with community wisdom. In Afghanistan, the most successful programs were those where international organizations respected local knowledge and leadership. The same principle holds true in Colorado. Sustainable change comes when institutions support, rather than supplant, community-led initiatives. Long-term capacity building requires patience and consistent commitment. The development assemblies we established in Afghanistan's varied regions succeeded because they received sustained support while maintaining local autonomy. Now, working with institutions in Colorado, I advocate for similar long-term investments in community capacity, recognizing that meaningful change requires both time and trust. Perhaps most importantly, Institutions must learn to recognize and respect local wisdom in all its forms. In Afghan villages, this meant understanding how traditional practices could inform modern development approaches. In Colorado, it means acknowledging that communities, regardless of their circumstances, possess inherent wisdom about their needs and aspirations. As I stand in the shadow of the Rockies, my thoughts often return to the lessons learned beneath the Hindu Kush. The path forward in community development is neither straight nor simple, but it is illuminated by the wisdom gained from both traditional and contemporary sources. To current leaders, emerging builders, and institutional partners alike, I offer these experiences not as a blueprint, but as a reminder that effective community development transcends geographical and cultural boundaries while remaining deeply rooted in local wisdom and experience. The future of community building lies in our ability to bridge different worlds, traditional and modern, rural and urban, local and global. Whether in the remote valleys of Afghanistan or the urban centers of Colorado, the principles remain constant: respect for local wisdom, commitment to inclusive dialogue, and belief in the power of communities to shape their own destiny. As we move forward, let us carry these lessons with us, always remembering that true community development is both an art and a science, requiring both heart and mind, tradition and innovation, wisdom and openness to change. Final words. The mountains, whether the Hindu Kush or the Rockies, teach us patience, persistence, and respect for natural rhythms of change. As community builders, we must embrace these lessons while responding to modern challenges. Our work is not just about implementing programs or managing projects. It's about fostering the conditions where communities can realize their full potential. Remember that every community contains within itself the seeds of its own transformation. Our role is to nurture these seeds, to create spaces where different voices can be heard, where bridges can be built between diverse perspectives, and where collective action can lead to lasting positive change. The call to community building has never been more urgent. In a world facing increasing division and challenge, the work of building strong, resilient, and inclusive communities becomes essential. Let us answer this call with wisdom drawn from traditional insights and openness to new possibilities, with courage to face difficult challenges, and with unwavering commitment to the transformative power of community engagement. The journey continues, and every step taken in service of community building contributes to a more connected, equitable, and hopeful world. Whether you work beneath towering mountains or amid urban landscapes, remember that you are part of a global movement toward positive change, one community at a time. About the author, Homayun Milad is a seasoned development practitioner whose nearly two-decade journey spans local governance, peace-building, and community empowerment across Afghanistan and beyond. Holding a Master of Science in International Cooperation Policy from Ritsumeikan Asia-Pacific University in Japan and a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture from Kabul University, he has woven together expertise in policy, agricultural sustainability, and conflict resolution throughout his career. His pivotal roles have included serving as Peace Process Program Manager at the United States Institute of Peace, along with key positions at the Afghan Ministry of Interior Affairs, United Nations Development Program, and the Ministry of Rural Rehabilitation and Development, where he championed grassroots engagement and structured project management. His work has consistently focused on strengthening rural communities, facilitating cross-sector collaboration, and designing culturally responsive strategies for sustainable change. Now based in Aurora, Colorado, Milad continues his mission of building bridges across cultures and strengthening leadership among displaced communities through his involvement with the Colorado Refugee Speakers Bureau and other platforms, demonstrating that the principles of community empowerment and sustainable development remain vital, whether in the valleys of Afghanistan or the communities of Colorado. The end and the beginning of what comes next.